I was telling my students about the local legend at our school when they actually decided to pay attention in history class. The legend goes that 15 years ago, a rich benefactor left his fortune to any student who could find it in the school. I thought, let's go check the library and see if we can find an old yearbook or something that might have some clues. As a history teacher, you know we gotta do scavenger hunts like the Goonies. It seemed like a pretty typical library visit. The girls were checking out yearbooks and other books, when one of the girls found an old parchment lodged in an old textbook. Okay, it wasn't really a parchment, it was a piece of paper. One of the girls snatched it from the other one and shared it with us. It was an actual clue about the inheritance. Overjoyed, we ran up the stairs. Don't mind my running, it stinks. I mean, it really stinks. But anyways, it led us to a locker that had been there since the beginning of the school. Yeah, the school's only 15 years old, but whatever. It was assigned to no one and had a fake lock. You wouldn't believe what we found in there. Another clue. Duh, you didn't think it was gonna be that easy. Follow to see where this adventure takes us. Just when we had found the second clue to the long-lost treasure in our school, the boys showed up and stole it from us. We knew that we had to get it back because we didn't have enough time to decipher the code. It became a chase out of something like Scooby-Doo. Now that word had gotten out that we had found the first two clues to the long-lost treasure in our school, our adventure got a lot more challenging. We continued to chase the boys in hopes of getting the clue back, but don't look at my running, it's terrible. Every time we'd get super close to catching them, we'd pop through a different room. It was so confusing. We kind of didn't really know what was happening at this point. We all ended up in different rooms. But then the boy with the clue took off running in front of us, and we chased after him, and the boys tripped us. We were devastated. We knew we couldn't get the clue back. But the boys couldn't figure out the code, and so they tossed the clue at us. But we figured it out. It was in the old mechanical room that hadn't been open for 15 years. But then a skeleton popped out. What? The clue was lodged in its left eye socket. Follow to see where this adventure takes us next. Oh my. In the third part of a treasure hunt with my students, we ran into a skeleton that jumped out at me. I almost died. Are you kidding me? But we found the third clue, so it was okay. We were deciphering the third clue when some boy students showed up and threatened to take it from us. We charged at them, and they charged at us. And in the clash, one of our own died. She was the best of us. But then our principal walks by. She's small, but she's really scary. We dressed up our skeleton, and she looked at the skeleton, but she said, hey, no hats indoors. We were spared for the moment. We got back to treasure hunting and found out that the third clue led us to the long, forbidden hallway. It's spooky in there. One of my students walked right past us without paying attention and tripped a wire. Darts shot out and numbed up her legs, so my other students started dragging her. The forbidden hallway led us to an ominous chest. Like Indiana Jones, I carefully removed the tiki head with the fourth clue inside, but my student was too enticed by the dollar. Follow to see what happens next. In part 4, where I went on a treasure hunt with my students, we just got out of the forbidden hallway. One of my students grabbed a forbidden dollar and almost got us killed in that hallway. We opened the tiki head to get to the next clue, and it summoned a Yeti. No way were we gonna stick around and try to fight that thing. So we took off running down the hallway, but we forgot MC. So I ran back with my pipes and started playing in the worst way possible. His ears exploded and he died. By the way, MC's being dragged because she tripped the paralyzing dart wire in the last episode. We celebrated that she was alive and that she could walk again, and then we went back to decoding the next clue. What a surprise! It was in our principal's office. She had been in on the treasure hunt the entire time. She said that we had to choose wisely which mug to drink out of, because if we chose the wrong one, we would die. MC was like, give me one. And the second she started drinking it, the lights flickered. And we were freaking out. We're like, what's happening? Oh no. And then she died. Follow to see what happens next. Oh, she's scary. In the fifth part of my treasure hunt with my students, one of our own died. She drank out of the wrong mug, just like Indiana Jones in The Last Crusade. Then Star was like, I've got this. Give me the most bland mug you've got. We were terrified. We thought she would die next, but then the clue fell out. Woo! Then our kid principal was like, bye-bye, I hope you survive. Man, she gives me the creeps. We couldn't leave MC behind even though she chose poorly and died. So Kay took her with us. Once we got in the hallway, we realized that there were boy students out to take the clue from us. Then AB was like, stand behind me, I got this. She went straight Jedi Master on these fools, no cap. She sliced this boy and then force pushed the other one. What a boss. We celebrated AB's Jedi skills when Star was like, I know where the treasure is. It's in the library, where we started. Then I was ambushed by one of my boy students who shot at me and I did the Matrix. Not very good though. Follow to see if we find the treasure. In the season finale of the Legendary School Adventure, we were ambushed on our way to the library. This is where we started our adventure, and this is where we would end it. AB ambushed the ambusher. We started our search in the library, and Star pointed to some old books that had never been read since the beginning of our school, which was like only 15 years ago. But behind it, we found the Elder Wand. Our rich benefactor left us the Elder Wand. We knew that it was such an amazing treasure, but we were so bummed because MC didn't make it to see the treasure. And then I got the idea to use the Elder Wand, and it worked. It brought her back. We were so excited to have her back and that we had a successful treasure hunt. And as we gathered around her, she shared that while she was gone, she had this deep dream of us going on another big adventure. Follow to see it.